Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is Motivation Monday, and it's been quite a while since I've posted a video, but as a dad of 3 beautiful children and a husband to 1 smoking hot wife, I'm a little bit busy. I also own a construction company. I'm co-owner with my stepfather, and as you know, in this market right now, construction is a hot ticket item. So financial coaching, while I love for this to be my full-time job, right now is just my current side hustle. But I've been needing some motivation to just really get back in the game and bring you guys and you girls some truth about money management. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to get chills just thinking about being here with you folks right now. So first, I want to thank you again for tuning in, staying subscribed to this channel. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, thank you for following me there and tuning in as well. So look, I just want to go ahead and get right down to the nitty gritty. If this is Motivation Monday, we want to talk about setting up some goals. What is it like to set up some goals? Well, look, you know you better than anybody else knows you, which means you know the help you need better than anybody else knows what kind of help that you need. Now, look, I can look at you from the outside looking in and say, all right, look, this is where you're kind of starting to get a little blocked here, and this is what you need to focus on. But in reality, you know the goals that you have set up for yourself. Some of you might not have goals set up for yourself. Some of you might not have any clue what your goals are. Now look, the first step is not to do a budget. I know I've said it before, the first step is to do a budget, and that's the first step in managing your money. But the first step in getting to the point of managing your money is setting up your goals. Why else would you want to set up a budget if you don't have any goals in place and to understand what your budget is even for? So I want to jump into that right now, and we want to talk real quick about setting up your financial goals. So when it comes to your goals, you want to be categorized. You want to be category focused, all right? What is the category that we're talking about? We're talking about finances. So I don't want you to say, well, I want to weigh 150 pounds by summertime. Okay, that's not the goal that we're looking for. The goal we're looking for is I want to have $150 a week to play with in the summertime, or $150 a month in the summertime to play with, whatever it may be. You want to be category focused, okay? 3 steps, three simple steps to this. So step number 1 is to set up a successful goal for your money management. You want to choose some short-term goals. What exactly are short-term goals? These are goals that are desired to be accomplished within 5 years. Okay, so this is also known as a 5-year plan. These are really cool to create because right now, like, you can write down some really cool things and you can say, all right, 5 years from now, I'm going to check on this and see where I'm at. But you're going to be working on that day after day. When that 5-year mark comes, you're going to look back, you're going to be like, this is really, really interesting how I got to this point. So that's what you want to do first, is set up a 5-year plan, which is your short-term goals. Now, one short-term goal that you do not want to set up, this is just an example, is to buy a new car. Okay, and I say new. We don't want, like, that's not part of the 5-year plan. Part of your 5-year plan might be pay off current vehicle that I owe on. Okay, that could be a short-term goal. Buying a new car in 5 years, that's not what we're doing here. Okay, we're not focused on upgrading things during this time frame of just learning how to create a budget, get out of debt, create an emergency fund, and build retirement. We do not want to focus on buying more things or upgrading our things. Okay, so don't focus on buying a new car. Some things would be such as getting out of debt within 5 years. It could be changing careers in the next 5 years and earning this amount of money. You want to write these things down. You want to pray about these things. Ask God to deliver you into these short-term goals so long as they line up with Him. All right. Then you want to move into step 2. So successful goals for money management. Step 2 would be choosing long-term goals. How'd you know that was coming? What is a long-term goal? A long-term goal is anything 6 years or beyond that, up to 30 years. It could be even longer than that. Depends on your age and where you're at and your financial status. So you want to start setting up some long-term goals. This can be purchasing a home within 15 years. Because look, if you're renting and you can save for the next 15 years enough money to purchase a home for cash, Why not? Now, if you're debt free within 5 years and then you have enough down payment to pay 20% minimum down payment on a 15-year fixed mortgage and be able to pay that off early by making extra payments on that, then by all means, that is not a bad idea. I would never say go any more than a 15-year mortgage. I can't imagine being bogged down for even 30 years. I have a friend in the mortgage business who said, man, he's like, banks are so wanting to get people in homes and the home prices are skyrocketing, but the incomes are not coming up with that. He said that they're actually doing 40-year mortgages. And I said, bro, that is sickening. He said, yeah, it was sickening to him too. And he's making the commission off of it, but it still makes him sick. Absolutely insane. In 30 years, you're going to pay off a home, but in 30 years, if you're investing and you're debt free and your home is paid off in 15 years, you got another 15 to invest extra versus having to continue paying on a mortgage, you will have way more in your IRA than that home would end up being worth. So, and you have a home if you did a 15-year mortgage. Is all of that catching? You see, I can go like into 20 different universes and come back to this one and tell you everything I just found. All right, so that could be a long-term goal, is purchasing a home. But a long-term goal should not be getting out of debt. You should be doing that quickly, really fast. That should be short-term. All right, so step 3 to set up successful goals for money management. Decide if it's worth it to sacrifice your lifestyle and change your behaviors. See, why would I make that step 3? Okay, hold on. I set up the short term, set up long term. Now, Michael, you want me to think about it and say, is it worth the sacrifice? Do I want to change my behavior? Why would I not just say that up front and say, do I like the way I'm living? No, I don't. I want to change. Do I like the way I'm living? Yes, it's fun. So I'm not going to change. Or you say, yeah, I like the way I'm living, but I need to change because I need long-term goals. So you see what I'm saying? You don't know what your long-term or short-term goals are. Set them up. Set your long-term and your short-term goals up right now. If you don't set those up, you don't know if you want to make these changes. You see, Dave Ramsey says that 80% of your financial management is your behavior, and 20% of that is head knowledge. So when it boils down to treating your finances with respect, controlling your finances, and your finances not controlling you, set up your goals. Because if you don't do this, you, my friend, are setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for a small retirement account. You're going to be relying on the government for the eagle to take a dump every month. All right, so you don't want to rely on the eagle taking a dump the first of every month, right? So you want to grab control of your finances. So to motivate you on this Monday, Motivation Monday, I'm so excited. I really hope that I can find time to do Motivation Monday videos and Throwback Thursdays and what's that other stuff? I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. So, Hump Day. That's my, what are you? She's the,
director.
The director. My producer, director, my wife. All right. So now that I've introduced her, look, now that you've decided to make these steps moving forward, I want to let you in on a secret formula to getting these things done, okay? And the secret formula is just a bunch of questions. So I want to ask you, give a quick 2 to 3 sentence answer for your takeaways from this video, okay? Or this podcast, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching. Are you willing to make financial decisions on your own based on what you've learned? Are you looking to be told what to do? Or are you looking to figure it out for yourself with a little bit of guidance? Are you a spender or are you a saver? This is where you kind of got to figure it out. Look back at your checkbook, look at your bank statement, whatever it may be, and find out. Start taking notes for the next month of the things that you buy and find out, am I a spender or am I a saver? Is this worth it? Is it not? Okay. One of the other things is what financial decisions in your past have brought you to this video today and to making this list of your short-term and your long-term goals. What financial decisions have you made in the past that have brought you here today? today. What are your short-term goals? And what are your long-term goals? List them out. They don't have to be in any particular order, okay? Based on your past and your current financial behavior, what sacrifices and changes do you need to start making? Write them down. Make sure that you're actually making those changes. Get your spouse involved or get a financial accountability partner. All right. Last one is, how do you desire to use your resources to bless others? Because if you don't know, these are biblical foundational principles on managing your money. So I want to ask you again, what are you going to do to bless others with your money by being a generous giver? I want you to write that down too. Now, this might be a long-term goal for some of you, but I want to encourage you that with God's blessings in His hand on your financial obedience, you can be a generous giver during this short-term time of getting out of debt or whatever your goals may be. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. It's Motivation Monday. My name is Michael Sokolic Jr., MSJR Financial Coach with the Debt-Free Discovery. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Debt-Free Discovery is right here on YouTube as well. So make sure you click the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and follow us everywhere we go. Remember, debt sucks, and you got this.